I was diagnosed with stage 4 mantle cell lymphoma, non-Hodgkin. 6 months later, I went in for stem cell transplant, autologous, where they took my cells, did some work to them, and infused them back to me. But before I got the transplant, I received about 12 rounds of chemo. Now that worked great. I've been in remission for 4.5 years. But mantle cell likes to find a way to come back. And in September of 2024, he sure did decide to come back. 4.5 years of remission. Mantle cell came back in my eyelid. Woke up one morning, going about my day, and when I look in the mirror, I see this bump. And I'm like, what is this bump? Weird. Put ice, checked inside my eye, check everything out, make sure that everything is normal. But couldn't find anything. Went a couple days, make a phone call, went to the eye doctor. He looks at my eye. He says, everything is fine. I don't know what that bump is, but let's just ice it. If we ice it, maybe it will go down and just go about your business. Everything else is fine. I don't see nothing wrong with your eyelid. Did that. A couple days went by, nothing changed. So what I do, go back to him. And I go back to the doctor. He looks at it again and he says, there's just nothing wrong. If we're gonna try this eye drops, and if this eye drops don't work, maybe you're gonna have to go see a specialist. I went to my primary doctor and she looked at it. She gave me some drops and says, maybe you should go see a specialist. But the problem is, you gotta wait 3 months for that appointment. I did not wanna wait. So I waited about a week, and on the Saturday, my wife and I decided to drive down to Miami, where Bascom Palmer is at. Bascom Palmer is a well-known eye hospital. Once I was there, they took me in, checked me out, did an exam. The doctors very quickly, she goes, your eyes are perfect, but I don't like that mass. That seems to me like a little mass. I'm gonna have to send you for a CT scan. And since this is a hospital, they were able to do it. A couple hours later, results came back. The doctor says there is a mass there. And since you have history of cancer of mantle cell, I want to get a biopsy done right away, in which they did. That was a Saturday. On Thursday of that week, I got a biopsy. And I got the results very quickly also. Same day I knew that my mantle cell had come back. Many phone calls later, my main oncologist said that before he puts me in chemo pills or any form of treatments, he wanted a PET scan, MRI, spinal tap. He wanted all kind of tests. He wanted to make sure that my mantle cell had not spread to my brain. We went through all the tests, back to back, blood work, MRI, with contrast, without contrast, PET scans, all of them, all came back clean, basically. The cancer had not spread to my brain, even though it's close to the optic nerve. That's what made my doctor nervous. Not in the brain, not in the spinal cord, but the MRI does show the size of the mass, which it was pretty significant. And the PET scan did show the size of the mass also, in which it was positive. doctor right away put me on chemo pills. 2 of them in the morning, 2 of them in the evening. No side effects, no problems. About 3 weeks later, the bump is gone, disappear. I'm thinking to myself, wow, it's gone. But I wasn't done yet. My doctor suggested a new procedure called CAR T-cell transplant, in which it is a very aggressive cancer treatment. I call it the Rambo of cells, because they will take my CAR Ts from my body, extract them. Not a big amount, not as a big amount as I did on my first transplant. And this small amount of CAR T cells basically, will be sent out to be reworked, DNA, whatever they're gonna do. And while they're at the facility, they will also harvest more. So the little bit that I got will be produced to more. Now, what this CAR T cell treatment does, these 2 cells will come back. The T cells will be infused back into my body. And once infused into my body, they go around looking for the cancer cells. Once they find the cancer cells, the tumors, whatever is in my body, these T cells will attach themselves to the cancer cell and eventually kill the cancer. Marvelous science. And not only that, eventually the new T cells that they put in teaches my body, the new T cells that are coming out, to do the same and continue the work of eliminating cancer. It's an immunotherapy type treatment. And I'll be able to be going to this treatment soon. And once I get it, I will be telling you my process of how I handle it and how I went through it. And be able to give you more of a feedback and understanding more on this cancer treatment. Remember, like I always say, I try to make short videos, quick videos and informative. If you like my information, please hit the like button, share it, or subscribe. I want to grow this channel to give more information to other cancer patients, even caregivers, so they understand from my point of view how I went through. And like I always say, you are stronger than you think. So keep up the fight. See you into my next video.